Hi, I'm Ralph Amicis, the astrologer for Planetary Calendar, along with Lonnie Amicis. And this is your forecast for June of 2017. Now, in doing the forecast, I work with the calendar, which hopefully you have as well. There's June. I'm working with charts of the lunations, new moon and full moon. I'm working with the forecast, and there's a feature of the calendar that you should be aware of. On the calendar, there are letters. This, for instance, this is on June 4th. A little A. Right next to it is a little B on the 5th. What does that mean? These are places where something is definitely happening, and within the forecast, it will be marked as well. So as you're reading these days, you say, oh, we're up to the 5th. There's a B. Read the section up in the forecast, because it will tell you that there's something significant going on and what it means. And we did this basically to make the calendar more interactive with the forecast, to make it more helpful. Now, if you don't see the exact aspect in the aspectarian on the day that I'm talking about, that's because we only mark that aspect on when it's exact. So it might show up a week or two later even, because many of these aspects go on for extended periods of time. But, for instance, many times at the full moon or the new moon, this aspect will be highlighted. You might have a big T going on, oppositions and squares going on, and then the moon fills in that other part of the axis, and it goes, whoa, the whole thing goes loud, plays out. It's been sitting there quiet, all of a sudden it goes, boop. So don't call up the publisher complaining about that. That's just how astrology works. It's various influences overlapping in a cycle. It really is quite a wonder. So let's get on to June. And let's look first at the forecast. It's a very interesting June. Lively might be the right word. Okay. On the 1st, we're right at the quarter moon, right? The waxing quarter moon. So the energy is building, right, towards a white circle day on the 3rd, right? And why is it a white circle day? Why is it a feel-good white circle day? Because you have the sun trine the moon. And whenever you see the sun trine the moon on the calendar, that, especially after, before or after, it's just very harmonious, especially after the full moon. It's an expressive day. You might call it the day in which the fruit comes out. As it's going towards the full moon, it means energy is really building in a very harmonious way. But coincidentally, on this day, the sun is also trine Jupiter. So you have a real beneficial energy going on. Everything is just, it feels good. Things are optimistic. Things are flowing smoothly. Okay? So you definitely take advantage of that. That's a nice Saturday. Go do something enjoyable. Don't waste it sitting watching TV. Go do something fun. Starting on the 4th, though, you better have fun then, because once you get to the 4th, we are going to have 3 planetary ingresses. This is where a planet goes into a new sign, like speed bumps, stirring up turbulence. Boom, boom, boom. On the 4th, Mars moves into homey Cancer. Okay? So go do home repairs and renovations. Mars in Cancer is not considered a strong position. Okay? It's just not. It's a position that Mars likes to be externalized and Cancer likes to internalize. But you do find Mars in Cancer many times in the charts of people who do home renovations, carpenters and such, because they like being in the enclosed space and creating nurturing spaces. So take advantage of that when Mars moves into homey Cancer on the 4th. And it's going to stay there for a while. On the 5th, Venus moves into flavor-loving Taurus. This is a rulership position. So she really, now she's moved into rulership. She's now the only planet in rulership. She really takes over. Because when a planet's in rulership, especially when it's the only planet in rulership, they start setting the agenda. So do some cooking. Work in the garden. Go out to dinner. Maybe if you're doing home repairs, then you go out to restaurants. Either way, it really is about flavor and taste, and when Venus moves into Taurus. On the 6th, next day, Mercury enters Gemini. So mixes things up again, because after all, Mercury's in rulership in Gemini, so Venus and Mercury now have to kind of share the roost. They're both having their energies filled out. But remember, June is Gemini's month, and so Mercury is going to be very strong in this sign, and it's going to really speed projects up. So if you have projects going on, once Mercury moves into Gemini, you will find it's much easier to move projects along. And with Venus and Taurus, you can say, well, if you come by and fix the kitchen, I'll make you dinner. Lunch is on us, something, food with Venus and Taurus, food becomes a tremendously good motivator. Now, on the 9th, there's a full moon. So let's take a look at this full moon. Ah, yes, I remember this full moon. This is one that promises little stuff, like little accomplishments, not big stuff, okay? Gemini is about little stuff. It's about getting little stuff done. It's not long trips, it's short trips. It's local errands and things like that. Gemini is about kids. Gemini is about siblings. So it's about getting little things done. But Jupiter's going to turn direct. In fact, right there at this full moon, it's stationing. And so at that point, and it's in teamwork-loving Libra, okay? So there could be expanding possibilities. You could be working on projects and looking at it and saying, this has the potential of going much bigger. This could be a sign of us being able to accomplish a great deal more. Because, Jupiter starts saying, if you just asked for a little bit of help, or if you just shared this with someone, we could do a great deal more. Now, while the early spring was a celebration of the individual, right? As we move towards summer, we're starting to really get more involved in including other people's participation in our path for success. It's not focused yet, but the possibility is there. Now on the 16th, Neptune turns retrograde. So it's been stationing, it's been slowing down. So what you want to do is pull in your intuitive sensors, okay? And start kind of seeking your internal pathways to your truth. Because if that's the compass that will lead you to safely move forward. Neptune has a lot to do with kind of our vision of the greater world, our spiritual vision. When it goes retrograde, it internalizes. So you have to be very careful during this time, if you are very intuitive, that you adjust this. Because for a while now, Neptune's been, out there. It's been, out there in the world in Pisces, a very powerful sign for Neptune. A lot of compassion, a lot of people feeling for others. But watch out, because when Neptune goes retrograde, if your sensors are still like way out there, they could get fried a little bit, because what's gonna happen is your ability to pull the energy in, like towards you or deeply into you, are going to accelerate. You might need to kind of do some things to protect your field. Do things like, once again, use essential oils in your environment. Make sure you get more alkaline foods in your diet, things like that. Strengthen, when you get more alkaline foods, what it does is it actually strengthens the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is your intuitive antenna. It's filled with electrolytes, and it's your intuitive antenna. And so if your body's too acidic, what happens is your intuition will go away. So when you have more alkaline vegetables and such, and you find that you strengthen your intuition. You fortify it. So, on the 20th is the summer solstice. Solstice means the sun standing still, so it's the longest days of the year. And the 20th, let's change screens here to the calendar itself, is a white circle day. Isn't that nice for the first day of summer? right? Lots and lots of good stuff going on. You have Venus, Mars, Neptune, and Pluto all in nice aspects to the moon. You have Mercury parallel Mars. You have a Mercury-Uranus sextile, which inclines people to brilliance. And you have a Venus sextile Neptune, which inclines people to romance and love and compassion. Very, very nice day for the first day of summer. All of summer should be that nice. Okay? And then on the next day, Mercury enters Cancer on the 21st, okay? Which is also, interestingly, First Nations Day in Canada. And let's see what the forecast says about that. So that's going to be emphasizing home and family with Mercury moving into Cancer. Mercury in Cancer is all about, those clothes you're wearing are looking a little tattered. We should go shopping. It's about caring for others. It's about nurturing others. Oh, you haven't had a good meal in a while. Let me make you one. Oh, you're having trouble with your errands? I'll go help you with them. Let's go take care of those errands together. Mercury and Gemini loves to do little errands, go see people and chat and flirt. Mercury and Gemini really flirts well. Okay. By the 23rd, that's marked with an H. At the new moon, the focus is securely with family, home, emotional, and physical well-being. Yeah, let's take a look at that chart. Oh my, yes. The moon, sun, Mercury, Mars, all in Cancer, right? Jupiter in Libra, squaring the Mars. Libra is about partnership. What's the biggest partnership? It's family, right? Trine between Mars and Neptune going on within 2 degrees, once again supported by that need for compassion and love. All that Pluto's opposing that Mars from Capricorn, once again, the strength of the family. So yeah, family becomes everything about this time of year. And this is normal once you're in June, July. That's the time in which there's a lot of family holidays. July 4th is coming up, a lot of family stuff. Very, very important. This time of year, when you have so many planets in Cancer, as I put it here, let the world out there bump along unnoticed. There are more important delights to be found in your kitchen, your garden, and your loved ones. It really is the time to stop watching the news. It's time to not worry about politics. It's time to not worry about the things that you're angry about. Other things are more important. Make connections. If you don't have a lot of family, find connections within your community that fulfill that role. Because it is about emotional well-being. It's about feeling nurtured by your relationships, fed by them. That's what a time of year is about. So that's the forecast for June of 2017 for Planetary Calendar. I'm Ralph Amicis. Come back and see us for next month, July 2017. I'm Ralph Amicis. You will find us at spaceandtime.com. Be well.